Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I am KiwiSimsKate. I am a Kiwi from New Zealand. I love The Sims and my name is Kate. It's as simple as that. If you're new here to my channel, welcome in. I make speed builds in The Sims 4 of all sorts of different kinds, and today I'm working on a really exciting project that I actually started a very long time ago, but I've updated it for my channel to feature as a speed build. I made this build probably a good 4 years ago now, maybe three or 4 years ago, but I built it again using the same concept because I just really loved it, if I do say so myself. And I wanted to create a speed build of this building. This is a commercial lot, and it's the first commercial lot I have placed on my YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm really excited to bring it to you today. I really hope you enjoy it. If you do like it, you can download it on the gallery. I will have it uploaded there under my gallery ID, which is KiwiSimsKate. And give it a thumbs up if you do like it, or let me know in the comments what you like about it. So this place is a kind of restaurant cafe, and I've called it the Organic Eatery. And I wanted it to be quite a sort of a hipster hangout, quite modern, cool place. I imagine that a lot of young artist types hang out here, and maybe also a lot of university students. And I've built this in Magnolia Promenade. I just felt like it really fit quite well in this specific lot. There's a park next door, there's shops around, and I liked the lighting as well. It worked well for this build, and the space available on this lot was perfect as well. So you'll see I'm kind of going for a bit of a maybe kind of industrial vibe for it. And I actually built this before I knew that the new industrial loft kit was coming out this week, which I'm recording this voiceover a day before the release of industrial loft kit, which is super exciting. I'm really excited to for the release of that kit. I love that kind of style of design. I'm a big fan of industrial, the kind of mixture of more traditional wooden textures with steel and brick. I love all of that kind of thing. So I sort of went with an industrial vibe with this cafe restaurant. There's that awesome kind of faded brick that I use all around the outside of the build, which I'm obsessed with. I also use a lot of greenery, loads of plants, again, because they're very in fashion at the moment, super fashionable and hip. And I wanted this to feel like it could be a really in fashion organic restaurant that all the hipsters would go to get their, I don't know, what are hipster coffees, whatever they are these days, I don't know. So I first put together the exterior of the build, minus the back courtyard. I leave the back courtyard to the end. I just wanted to get the shape and the size of the inside of the build right. I have made, so as I mentioned at the start, I have actually built this before, but I rebuilt it now because there have been so many more packs released since I last made this, and I wanted to see what else I could include. There have been some really great packs that added some awesome plants that would be perfect for this. I wanted to utilize a lot more packs than I had in the first time round, but I kept more or less to the same shape. I made the bathrooms a little bigger, and I think I made the kitchen a little bigger, and I generally just cluttered up the restaurant a little more and made it look maybe a little more realistic. When I first built this, I was definitely a newer Sims builder, and I still like some of my stuff from back there, but when I go back and look at it now, I love kind of tweaking it and updating it with the skills that I've picked up over the years of building in The Sims. So this was a really fun project. I'm nearly finished with the exterior of the build now, just finishing up the roofing, but I do go back and adjust the roofing near the end because I realize that there are some plants that I place inside that show through the ceiling into the roof, and I couldn't figure out how to change that. I don't use the tool mod, so I know that could have helped, but instead I just decided to, it didn't bother me too much, but I decided to move the roof venting so that it kind of covered it, and also with the sort of overgrown green look of the place, I didn't think it mattered too much that there was some greenery on the roof. I don't know, let me know what you guys think if you think it looks silly, but I didn't mind it, so I just kept it. Now I've moved to the interior, and I start with the bathrooms because I was a little, even though I have already built effectively the same build before and I'm just kind of updating it, it felt a little daunting to design the interior because I always want to get my builds just right, and there's just so many amazing items now these days in the catalog that it takes me so long to go through everything and decide, but this one was so much easier than my normal builds because I was effectively starting with a template of a build that I'd done, so quicker than normal, and it made this video so much quicker to edit, and I'm so grateful for that because I left it quite late to edit the speed build to get it out how I normally like. I normally like to be able to release one video every 2 weeks. Eventually I'd love to get that to one video a week, but at the moment that's about all I can manage, and even then sometimes I'm a bit late, so I do apologize, but I love building when I get the chance, and I love trying new things. I just wish I had a little bit more time to experiment and to play around. Eventually I hope I will get that. But in the meantime, it's just every 2 weeks for my speed builds here on YouTube. I do also stream twice a week though as well, so if you do want to say hello, catch up with what I'm doing, you are always more than welcome to join me over on Twitch. I stream New Zealand Standard Time Wednesdays at 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 12 p.m. I'm also very lucky and privileged to be a part of the Sims ANZ stream team, the official team, and they're such a wonderful group of people, and it's really cool to have some local Kiwis and Aussies to bounce ideas off of when it comes to The Sims. So check out all of them as well. They're a great bunch of people. They do all sorts of Sims content across Twitch, and a lot of them are also on YouTube as well and put their builds up on the galleries. I'm moving on to the main part of the eatery now, and again I follow more or less the same floor plan that I placed in my original build of this lot. Using a lot of greenery, as I said, and I really love this wall. This is the entrance area. So when customers first arrive, they'll come through those big doors and they'll just be greeted by all this incredible lush foliage, these plants. I wanted it to be organic feeling because it is called the Organic Eatery. I wanted it to look industrial with plenty of organic design as well. I really love the dichotomy of those two things. Beautiful, natural plant life with brick and with steel and tile and all of that kind of thing, concrete. And yeah, it's I just love that style. So I keep the entrance area fairly simple, because when I do play with this lot, because the original one that I built, I actually played it in my legacy challenge. One of my legacy sims owned the restaurant, and operated it. And some interesting things I discovered once I put it into actual gameplay. The entrance area does tend to get quite crowded with people. For some reason, I don't know, it's just the game. The Sims will kind of wander around the entrance area and take quite a while to get seated or move further in. So I wanted to keep that entrance area fairly clear of any obstacles, with, of course, including the I can't remember, what is the thing called that, it's like a front of house station, I forget, but the little object that's at the entrance so that they can kind of be seated, whatever that thing's called anyway. And then over in the main indoor seating area, because I do also have an outdoor seating area, I use these really great industrial looking tables and chairs. I love them. Again, they're beautiful wood with steel, and I just think they go perfectly with the rest of the build, and also trying to tie in this bar area with the same kinds of colors, and the same design aspects. And then extra plants, always just add plants everywhere. You cannot have too many plants, I think. The bar area doesn't actually function. I mean, it functions as a bar, but in terms of the way the restaurants run in the game, the bar it operates separately to the running of the restaurant. So your waiters or your serving people will not actually use the bar as part of their job at all. So you can get your customers, or maybe the owner, if your sim is the owner of this restaurant, and they're running it, maybe they can be working behind the bar or something. I just thought it was a cool touch because I wanted this to see. Another big part of this is that I wanted the community lot to feel like it was a cool hangout during the day, but also it probably stays open really late. It's one of those kinds of cafe eateries, so it opens for breakfast and it has lunch, and then it also becomes kind of more of a nightlife hangout in the evenings. And you'll see that I added, near the main seating area, I added that buskers platform, I guess you call it, with the mat, the rug, and the speakers and the amplifiers, and all the cords and things. So I figure this is the kind of venue where they would have open mic nights, or they might have someone just playing some acoustic guitar in the background in the evening. And yeah, come sort of 6 p.m. in the evening, this place would take on a slightly different vibe. That, turn the main lights down, have the candles lit on the tables, and it would be a pretty funky place for young people to hang out. And that's why I wanted the bar there, and I wanted that busker station. Again, they sort of operate separate to the restaurant function, but you can still make use of those items on the lot. I'm really proud of the kitchen as well in here. I added so much more than I had when I first built this lot. I added a third chef station, first of all, so there's loads of capacity for for cooking. I don't think it would need it necessarily. You probably only need the 2 chef stations. But sometimes it did get quite busy when I would play with this lot. So I guess it's just there if you do want to hire a 3rd chef. And yeah, I really loved all the decorations I found that I picked out for the kitchen. All the wall objects. I just had a lot of fun cluttering up the kitchen and making it really, I think, look like a proper working cafe kitchen. I feel like I achieved that. I feel like I got pretty close to making it look, yeah, like a busy working kitchen. And then inside as well, I am nearly done with the interior. Actually, I just have this little last corner to complete. So I wanted to add a few decorations near the back doors, somewhere to hang your coat. I place a coat hanger soon, like a coat rack, sorry. And this bookshelf, I clutter it up like crazy. I put all sorts of decoration on there as well. So I think it's quite a cozy vibe as well. I feel like this would be perfect somewhere. This would be this kind of place you would find in Brooklyn, where loads of hipsters would hang out, and you could pull books off this bookshelf and read them while you're here, or you would have a lot of people working while they're having their morning coffee or something, bringing their laptop down. So that's the kind of environment that I wanted this to be in The Sims. Yeah, so I add loads of clutter and decoration, lots of things that I feel like would not be out of place in this kind of a cafe. And I think I do a fairly good job, especially because the seating area is fairly, not plain, but it's not overly crowded. It's not overly designed. So I really went all out on the bookshelf near the back door. I added as many things as possible to those shelves and had a lot of fun doing it. And then once I finish the back door area, I then do move outside and I work on the back patio. There's kind of a back entrance here, or probably more like an exit. So once you're finished your meal or you'll catch up with your friends or whatever, you can just head out through the back walkway instead of having to go through the cafe or the restaurant again. And similarly to the interior of this build, I wanted the outside to feel really relaxed, organic, a lot of greenery, plenty of plants, and just kind of a very relaxed, cool vibe. You'll see I also did that thing on the roof that I talked about earlier where I removed that glass object. And I was a bit sad that I had to remove that glass object to move around the vents. But I don't mind now. And that's because it doesn't really function as a glass roof. It looks really cool from the outside, but when you're inside the building, it's not an actual glass roof from inside, so no light comes through it, unlike the actual glass roofs in the roof tool. I did think about when I removed the kind of pyramid of glass, I did think about going back and adjusting the roof so that I had some glass in it, and now I'm thinking maybe I should have, but no, I like the vent decoration. I think it really adds to community lots, makes them look really realistic. So I kept that instead. But of course, if you do want to download this off the gallery, You could do whatever you like with it. You could add glass roofs to your heart's content. It's totally up to you. The back patio area has more or less come together, and then I am just adding plants for days. Trying to get it. I didn't want the garden to look overgrown. I want it to look fairly manicured. A few flowers here and there, but predominantly just green. So not too many colors. There's a lot of like black and green and brick in this build, and I just sort of wanted it to keep it more or less as that for the design. And then adding some outdoor lights, making sure it looks pretty in the daytime and at night, because of course, as I said, this would also be an evening venue. I had so much fun rebuilding this and revisiting this lot. I really, really hope you guys enjoy it, because I love actually playing in this lot. I think it's a really cool little restaurant, and I enjoyed rebuilding it with you guys today. I think, in fact, it might be one of my favorite builds I've ever done, and it's really inspiring me to do more and more community lots, which I haven't done enough of. Screenshots will be here shortly. If you want to download this build, my gallery ID is KiwiSimsKate, and you can find this and all my other builds there. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to catch all of my future videos here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Twitch, Twitter and Instagram, all at KiwiSimsKate. Thank you so much for watching, and take care out there. Bye!